doing a follow-up video to my previous Swedish M14 blank unboxing video. I was having problems with misfires with some of this blank ammunition that I had processed a few years ago, and I don't remember in the unboxing video if I shared I found the problem, and the problem was, you can see this ammo looked a little tarnished, so I thought, well, shit. See, I'll put some Brasso on that stuff. I smeared it on here, and let it sit, and I put it in a tumbler. Then I pooled everything and processed it. Turned in nice looking ammo. Worked fine for a few years, and I put the ammunition in a sealed 30 cal ammo can, and got it out a few years later, and the primers went bad. That Brasso has ammonia in it, and it must have somehow the gases got in or got behind the primers. Maybe they're not airtight. I'm not sure, but I think that caused the chemical reaction for the priming compound to turn duds, because I had some of the same ammunition that I processed that was not in airtight containers, and that all fired. So there must have been some off-gassing or something. It was very bizarre. So I'm starting the whole process over, and I just show you how I do it. So do not put Brasso on this stuff if you want to clean the tarnish off. I think I'm going to try this without cleaning the tarnish. You get some every so often that have big pieces of corrosion like this. If it's not cleanable, I just call it. I just throw it away. And then this stuff is so cheap. So this is primarily going to be food for my AG-42. This is Berdan primed, and that is that rifle is so violent on the brass. This is a perfect solution for it, because you don't even have to care if you find them all, and plus they're all mangled up when you do find them. So that's what I bought these for, but I'm also gonna just try some experimental loads in my CG63, but I'll probably, if I end up liking and shooting that rifle more in competition, I'll probably buy some Peterson or Lapua brass for that, and use the this pooled blank ammunition for the AG-42. But I just want to show you how I process the blank ammo. It's pretty quick. I use a collet bullet puller. You can use pliers. You could just run this up and grab it. That works really well, except you gotta constantly set the pliers down, and I like the collet puller. I just run it up in there and snug it down. Whoop. Sometimes it'll do that if you don't get a good bite on it. Snug it down. Pulls the bullet. I dump the powder. And that's it. It's as simple as pulling these bullets. See, that goes quick. The powder coming out of here is it's like a flake type, I would call it pistol or shotgun type powder. Lots of things on the internet about what it is, its burn rate. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. I am saving the powder for a future experiment with it, which I don't recommend anybody do that, unless you really know what you're doing. But I may play with that a little bit in the future. So yeah, this is the pretty simple dang it. Do that one later. Every so often you get one that's stubborn like that. There it's seated. So after I pull these and dump the powder, I will go through my brass and I will check for, I'm just going through it real fast, just getting the powder out of them, but then I'll go through and do a brass inspection and throw out any ones I don't think will be safe to fire. But then the next step I'll maybe show you is you have to resize these necks because there's a really heavy crimp on those. And to do that, I just have a Lee full-size sizing die that I ground the capping pin off, so it's just basically the expanding ball, and I just run them up in there and just basically re-neck size them. You could do it with a collet sizing die too if you had one. You obviously need to remove the capping pin because these are Berdan prime brass, and the objective is to save the primer. And then you load them and you're done. I mean, it's pretty quick. I know it seems like a lot of fooling around for that, but when primers were hard to get last year, and this was a really cheap solution to a gun that was going to destroy brass anyways. I bought these for what the cost of the primer was, plus you get the powder out of them. So that's it in a nutshell, how I pull these to process them. I'm going to experiment with some powders for that CG63. A Reloader 22 is good for the Swede. H 4831 is supposed to be good. Reloader 17, 19 maybe. Not sure. I don't have any experience with that caliber or that rifle. The load I was running in the Swede was 48.95 because of the gas system on that. Some little bit of research I did suggested a mild load, so you don't abuse that. That's a pretty violent action. It's a lot of mass, but the ones when I did shoot, they shot well. Just a neat old gun. I just want some ammunition for my friends and stuff to shoot a pretty uncommon rifle. Plus I enjoy shooting it. It's about as accurate as a good shooting M1. 2 minutes of angle for leaf open sights, which I don't shoot that great, but it's a good shooting gun. So I'm gonna continue to process. I'll do like 100 of these today, and I'll show you the neck sizing operation.